Sometimes when you what to do.
So I went to a Good Live event, and today I'm going to be talking about my experience, sharing some really cool stories, and just giving you, the viewer, who have maybe never been able to attend a event in person, just what it's like to experience a Good Live event as a fan and as a content creator. I was able to get inside the ropes access. Shout out to Jeff from Good, who was able to get that for me. But without further ado, let's get into it and share some really cool stories. You're going to want to stick around to the end because we do have a surprise guest. Hint, he won the Good King of the Mountain event. Mr. Sean Walsh comes on at the end to give about 11 minutes of just his experience at the event and talk about some more stuff. So make sure you stick around to the end for that. But anyway, welcome back to the Scratch Golf Show. If you're new here to the channel, welcome. My name is Marco and I'm your host. Here on the Scratch Golf Show, we talk about all things golf, YouTube, and professional, mainly YouTube. Hence why we're able to go to a good event and get inside the ropes access for the channel. It is the second time I've gone to a good event. I went to the one in Arizona in February. I was much smaller back then, so wasn't able to get inside the ropes, but have grown over these last few months and got to experience that. And I just want to say, before I get into anything, if you have never gone and have maybe thought about going or have been on the fence about going, I highly recommend experiencing or going to a good live event and just doing it in person. If you're a father or parent who wants to take your kid out there and maybe is on the fence about it, do it, because it is literally one of the coolest things that I've ever experienced or been a part of. I was not really a part of it at all. I was just trying to stay out of the way. I was in a Lions jersey if you saw me. But I was just trying to stay out of the way. But it is seriously the coolest thing. I've been to plenty of pro golf events, PGA Tour events, didn't get to go to a live event. But from someone who's experienced PGA Tour, YouTube events, highly recommend Good. I love professional golf. But if you're looking for just a chill vibe, a fun time, and looking to connect with people who are genuinely excited about YouTube golf, Good, all that, just in general, just looking to have a good time, highly recommend going. And I just want to say this before I get any comments about maybe this is what the kids say would be glazing Good or whatever that may be. I have no direct affiliation with Good at all. I've had a lot of the guys on, and I have a pretty good relationship with the team over there at Good. I know some of the execs. I've met a lot of people over there, but I have no direct affiliation with them. They did not pay me to come out. I spent my own money to get on a flight, go, knowing I was going to get access, and was able to build my network. So they don't pay me. They're not paying me to make this video. This is all just for me, Marco, the Scratch Golf Show. So I just want to say, first of all, working with them, if you are kind of a content creator, working with Good is absolutely unbelievable. Like, they really do care about your experience, and just just they are appreciative of you, the fans, being there. Like, I was thanked multiple times by execs inside the ropes that, just thank you so much for coming out. Like, thank you so much for supporting the channel. A lot of the guys I was talking to on the range, Steve, Garrett, everyone inside the ropes, really thanked me for coming out, thanked a lot of the fans for coming out. They really do care and are appreciative of all the people who come and watch the event and watch the channel. Let me start by saying that they are, like I said, unbelievable to work with. They are some of the nicest people behind the camera. Like, I feel like Good gets a lot of unnecessary hate because, people think their success or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, they are truly the nicest and greatest people to work with in my experience. I've worked with a lot of creators, a lot of bigger channels, and they truly treat me like a normal person. Like, I kind of belong. And it really is very cool to see and be a part of. So I just want to say that. Let me start by saying that I'm, like I said, no direct affiliation. That's just giving my honest opinion of Good. Let's talk about the event. I mean, it is an all-day thing, and I think Good does a really good job of getting the fans involved. They had a lot of fan challenges, long drive contests. They had the whole range kind of roped off, but all the range was like close enough where you as a fan could interact with the people at Good. They did the long drive contest early in the day where they had like Brad, Mo, Bubby competing with some of the long drive champions. I got some cool videos of that. I'll try to do my best to overlay some of the footage on the screen here as I'm making this video, but I got a really cool swing of Brad getting ready for the long drive contest, which I'll overlay here. And it is, like I said, they truly do care, and it is an all-day thing. I mean, they got a concert at the end. The tee off itself wasn't until like I think 3 o'clock Central, but they opened the gates at like 9 a.m. So it is something you can do all day and have a great time. You don't need to spend a ton of money. I think tickets for the general public were like $35. Now, don't quote me on that. I don't have the exact ticket price in front of me, but comment below if you have that or if you spent more money than that. But like I said, they really do want you to have a good time. And I don't think people realize from behind the screen how much it takes to put on a live event like that, to full on get a full on production. Shout out to Colin, Max, Blake, and some of the on-course reporters. I know I'm missing some people as well who were, and the people at Golf Channel too, for getting that production like on, and like just putting on an event like that at a course. Like, it just takes a lot. I don't think people realize how much work it takes. So let me start by talking about a few stories, because there was a lot of cool ones that I want to share with you guys. First and foremost, I got there and I was in like the big lunchroom dinner area where people were sitting down. There was nobody in there. I was just on my phone getting some content up. And all of a sudden, Bubby kind of walked in, and I had never met Bubby. Bubby, I think we know who each other are, but we've never formally met. And all of a sudden, I said hi to him. I didn't want to get in his way. I was just trying to say hi, and I know they're very busy. He came over with me and just introduced himself. Spent about 5 minutes shooting the crap with me about football. He's obviously a Bears fan. Me being a Lions fan in a Lions jersey. We're talking about the Micah Parsons thing. He was talking about how much crap him and Sean have been giving each other, and just took a few minutes to like get to know me, spend some time with me. Like, he didn't have to do that. Like, obviously, he if you see my stuff, and we're gonna get him on. We did exchange contact information, so that Bubby interview is coming at some point. But he didn't have to do that. Like, it was just super cool to connect with him. Like I said, just talk to me like a normal person now. But it was just super cool to interact with Bubby and like just spend 5 minutes with him, talking with him outside the camera, just being a normal person. And then on the range from there, I went to the range and got to spend a ton of time on the range. Filmed almost everyone's swing, met a ton of the guys and a ton of the guys from Callaway as well on the Callaway social media team. It was super cool to interact with everyone. There was like these 4 cops walking around, and I'll kind of do another overlay here of a clip. And I like did this thing of like showing my phone of the fans, and I was legit waiting for a cop to tackle me because I had no idea where I was supposed to walk, but I was full up just on the range. And then from there, I got to spend a few minutes with Steve actually, and full stop. If there's a good person I didn't really have a relationship with or know personally, it was Steve. I've had almost everyone on except for Steve, Garrett, and Bubby. Steve, one of the coolest and nicest dudes I think I've ever met. Like, we were literally, I filmed the swing a couple times, I introduced myself, and just, we just thanked him. Be like, hey, dude, thank you so much for all you guys at Good are doing. Like, I've been following you guys since 2021, a fan first, and have now, doing my own channel. Like, thank you. And Steve was genuinely thankful. Like, he spent like literally like 2 to 3 minutes saying, thank you so much for saying that. Like, I really appreciate all the kind words. Like, it really is cool to have fans. So like, this just kind of goes back to the thing of like, these guys are just normal people who really do appreciate the fans, and was able to connect with Steve. We are going to get him on. And then another cool story, I was actually like just walking the range. Garrett kind of showed up a little late to the range. I don't know I think he was eating lunch, and I had never met Garrett. Like I said, another guy that I've never really talked to doing this thing. He's one of the few good members that I don't have a relationship with. And introduced myself to him. Was pretty nerve wracking, I think, as anyone would be meeting. I know he's just GM Golf, but like, he's one of the biggest people in the space. Someone in my, doing a small channel, like meeting someone like that in the space was very cool. And like, he had just, said, yeah, like, hey, nice to meet you. Like, I've seen your stuff. And we genuinely spent a couple minutes shooting the crap. Like, I had filmed the swing a couple times, and then we were just talking football. And I was actually mid filming one of the swings, and he just paused, like didn't hit his ball, and just spent a minute just talking about Chiefs football with me on the range. Just a super cool moment. Like, just a normal dude. Like, Garrett was there just having a good time and just treated me super well. Got to meet Colin, Max, Alexis, Marissa, the newest members of Good on the range. Super cool. And like I said, guys, this isn't going to be a glazing session. It's just going to go into, a lot of these experiences are super cool with me, and I want to share them with you guys just to give you guys kind of the behind the scenes curtain that I don't think you as the viewer get being a fan of Good. And if you've never, like I said, if you're never able to attend a live event like this isn't meant to be bragging. I'm just genuinely sharing you guys how cool it was for me as a fan to go, and to encourage more people to go and interact and just reach out. Like, these guys are normal dudes. They like interacting with the fans. Reach out. There was a couple other cool stories. The ending was awesome. I think it ended with Sean and Brad, in a playoff. I was right there when Brad and Sean are hitting over the water. I got a really cool angle of Brad's shot. I didn't get to follow the ball, but you guys didn't realize how good of a shot that was. He hit it through field goal wickets, like, a little obviously wider than that, but that's what it looked like, hitting through these 2 trees to get to that green on 18 at Kemper Lakes. It truly was an awesome event. like I said, got to talk to a ton of people, got to share a ton of great stories, a few blurbs that I got to at least hear. Doesn't sound like Brad is going to get any sponsors exemptions anytime soon. So if you do want to see Mr. Dalkey in a PGA Tour event, comment below. If you want to see him get a sponsors exemption, just comment below Brad or sponsors exemption, whatever. That's the best way to get someone like Brad in a sponsors exemption into a PGA Tour event to get recognition on him on the channel. And I personally want to see him and Sean in the Zurich Classic. Shout out Johnny from Callaway. He's been on the train. I think we're on day 5 of trying to get Zurich to get these boys in the event. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's probably all that I'm going to have to share. I want to make this a quick video because I got about 11 minutes with Sean, which we're going to kick to here in a minute. Like the video, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, comment below your thoughts. If you were at the event, if you said hi, thank you so much. Took a photos with a couple people. Very cool for me that the people want to take pictures of me. Anyway, without further ado, let's kick it over to Sean Walsh and his experience at the Good Good event. The winner, most recent winner of the Good Good King of the Mountain event, former 3-time, now 4-time guest, Sean. Sean, man, how's your life's been crazy the last couple of days, huh? I'm sure you've been doing a ton of podcasts all over the world, after the big win. How's it going, man?
No, it's going good, man. Yeah, for sure. Just trying to like wind down. It's so funny. It's like I come back from, playing well, obviously, in Chicago, and it's like less than 24 hours later. It's like when I run in, I see Remy like for the first time. Then I've seen her in like a week. She's like, yeah, she don't know that I won King of the Mountain. Same way. It's like she crapped herself yesterday afternoon. I still got to change a diaper. It's just like, dude, it don't change. And so, no, it's funny. It's like, yeah, well, some things kind of speed up, other things, remain the same and always kind of ground you in a way. There's something about a dirty diaper that'll really ground you. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
dude.
So,
I don't know. Not there yet, but maybe soon. Maybe soon, man. I guess just talk to me about the experience at the event. Obviously, you and Brad played in the finals. If we don't want to spoil it for having those who haven't watched it yet, I don't know if you can actually find it on. I think you can find it on the Good Good
I
channel.
know.
But
I
talk
know. Yeah,
about.
I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be there. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say if you can shine any light on where we can find it, let me know. But I mean, just talk to me about your experience at the event, man. Obviously, you've been good for a year now. How cool are these live events, especially now winning your first one?
Yeah, dude, they're great. I mean, it's like it really gives us a great opportunity to kind of like directly interact with our fans. And I think that's the unique thing about YouTube Golf that's very different from like the PGA Tours model is that everybody who's there like feels like they know us, right? Like YouTube Golf gives you an opportunity to you know, show more of your personal side, things like that. Whereas the PGA Tour just seems so like all those guys are in a bubble, right? And it's like what do we really know about some of these guys? That's what Full Swing kind of opened the doors into some of these guys' lives, and that's why it did so well. And so I think YouTube Golf is just that. It's like it seemed like a bunch of our friends. It seemed like 2,000 of our friends were out on a golf course, right? And it's like, I mean, they're all, I was getting a bunch of questions like, how's Remy and things like that. It's like things that people just know about me personally. And, a lot of go pack go, that's for sure, which
No,
is surprising being in Chicago. Come on now. But no, dude, those are great. And I know that was, I think the second
second
live
time,
event
yeah,
that you'd been
yeah,
to. Yeah. But dude, like right off the bat, there's just something different about Chicago. They love their golf, and I mean, just like that area, surrounding area, it's just, I mean, Midwest is just unbelievable in summertime for golf, and so to have all those people out there is just great. And I think the model too, the way that we did it this year with kind of condensing the crowd into between one or two holes, I think just made it feel like it was slammed. Like I just remember that first tee ball. There were literally people like the hole's like whatever 410, and there are people the entire way down, like wrapping from around the tee box all the way down to wrapping around the green, and it was like. I mean, it's kind of like I would imagine, like final group of a major would be, right? I mean, it's like you can probably go to the Masters and you don't see these crowds for some groups like that, right? And so it was really cool. And I mean, I think that you can kind of speak to it as well in your experience, but just like the vibes were just great. And obviously, I was fortunate enough for it to work out in my favor. But it's this is basically YouTube Golf is just giving me everything that I wanted from pro golf. I think it's just like to have that opportunity to play in front of all those people and to play great golf against a great competitor in Brad and Tanya, and especially to be alongside a great partner in Sarah. It was just fun. I mean, it's just like that's the way I always wanted pro golf to be fun for me, and there's a lot of times that it didn't feel fun. just naturally makes sense. But like, there's something about like the golf now in the last like year and a half since I've joined Good Good that it's like made it so fun again. It's crazy.
What are those nerves like? Like, obviously, no, for to speak on it, like you said, I'm gonna do my own whole video, and this is gonna be part of that video of me kind of talking about my entire experience at the live event. Because man, it was really
Hmm.
so cool, especially to experience it inside the ropes and just be a part of that community. You know, I had a few people say hi to me, which was pretty cool. But I guess,
Heck yeah.
and I was behind your first tee ball, man. That was crazy. Definitely would have killed somebody if that was me. But I want to talk a little bit about like, dude, what are the nerves like? Obviously, you've played, you know, for Q School, you know, thousands of dollars in the pro side. Like, what are the nerves like from that compared to like just playing in front of all these people for YouTube golf? Obviously, it's not the same as pro golf, but it's still crazy. I mean, you're playing in front of all these people for a lot of money. I mean, what's it's not that much different than pro golf, other than it's less stuffy,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I mean it's like I can count on one hand how many times that I played in an event with that many people there. I mean, honestly, like just right off the bat, like Corn Ferry events don't get that many people there. It's like, and honestly, I'd be willing to go out there and say there's some PGA Tour events that don't get crowds like that out there. You know, I mean, and so it was just, I mean, it's just awesome. Like I kind of alluded to earlier, it's like I loved when I grew up, like wanting to be a pro golfer. It was because like I wanted to go hit great shots in front of a bunch of people and just like have that feeling, have that pressure, and kind of like the quote of like pressure is a privilege, right? Like it was, it is like a lot, like to try to tee that ball up when there's thousands of people watching you, like not only like on Golf Channel, but like right there, and it's like for me the way that I've kind of dealt with it, it's just like I almost like smile because I'm like this is like everything you ever wanted, and now it's here, so like why shy away from it? It's like, and it's sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, but at the end of the day it's just, I mean, gosh, it's just, again, not to spoil it, but just like that playoff with Brad was just, it was so fun. Like it was just like, I mean, yeah, it was so great, and of course, it had to be Brad. It's always Brad. It's just, yeah,
Well,
it's
if
just the way things play out all the time now.
my memory serves me correctly, I believe somebody did pick Brad to win, and I think that
Yeah, I
was
can't
oh,
remember
that
who it
was
was.
you. Yes, that was you who did pick Brad to win. Dude, talk to me about the speaking of the playoff and like that last hole. I don't know if it was hole 18 at Kemper Lakes or whatever, but those
Hmm.
tee shots, man, like I don't know if the cameras on Golf Channel, I didn't get to watch the broadcast, do it justice for the line you guys took. So I mean, just like talk me through what is going through your head when you're hitting that tee shot. Basically, direct, I guess put it in words like the hole up Bay Hill, we were hitting directly over the water.
Right.
Obviously, we saw Bryson do it, but I
Yeah.
mean, just talk me through that tee shot, man. When you're going through that last hole and then the playoff holes as well, just taking that line directly at the green and how nervous that is going through a chute of trees for the people who maybe didn't get to see it.
Oh my gosh, for sure. I mean, that was one, or I wish, I don't know if they did it. That would have been a great time for like that drone tracer.
Yeah, yeah,
Really feel like it would have been. But yeah, I mean, one, very helpful that we had partners that
yeah.
hit first, that had a ball in play. But I mean, I guess we went into the last hole one up, and when Brad went, I mean, I guess I'm going to rewind even. When we were playing, we were just messing around in a practice round, and I got up to 18, and I was like, "You freaking kidding me?" Because it's like the perfect cut three wood for Brad. Like, and it's like, and he loves hitting that shot, and I was just like, freaking great. I was like, if it gets to this hole, like I'm gonna be in trouble. Like, and because it was kind of like between for me, I was like, gosh, if I really pound driver, it's gonna be too far, and I kind of have to hit it high. So if it's downwind, it's gonna go further because there are trees there that we kind of had to go around and over. And so, of course, we get up there and we got to play it three times in a row. And I mean, Brad hit it on the green in the practice round. He hit it on the green in regulation. He hit it on the green in the first playoff hole. In the second playoff hole, he hit it too dang good. So it was just like it was funny, man. I mean, yeah, that was a really difficult golf shot, and thankfully, I was able to hit a few good tee balls in a row. But again, I got to give Sarah props for putting it in play, knowing that like if she had hit it in the water or something, everything kind of changes at that point because then it's like, okay, now what do we do? Am I going to have to lay up things like that? And that's kind of just what ended up biting Tanya and Brad a little bit was when Brad hit in the water, they had to go back and play from 140 and they just couldn't get it up and down. So, Yeah, I mean that was cool. Again, drone tracer would have been cool for that one to kind of been able to see the line a little better. But um, I mean, yeah, it's just so fun. Like that's what you playing competitive golf growing up. That's what you want to do is you just want to be duking, especially if it's with like one of your best friends. It's just like, I mean, to be there, just like, I mean, I think there's a picture I just saw of like Brad hitting it in regulation, like hitting 3 wood first, and me just like smiling, like knowing I'm like, of course, like he's gonna hit it for good. And so, yeah, I mean, so that was awesome. Just great experience.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for Arizona, February. I'll be there. Me and my wife we're already planning on going to Waste Management, so I'll be in attendance. And yeah, man, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully, I told my wife yesterday. Hopefully, I'll be playing. Doubt it, but we got some
Heck
aspirations. I
yeah.
got 6 months to get this thing. Before I let you go, I apologize. Speaking of Sarah, that was a great shot you hit in the 17 too. To on that par three. So I apologize. We've made it 10 minutes into this thing, and I did not shout out your partner because not only did you play well, all the girls who played well, shout out to them for all coming out. Like I said, I think that added a great element, trying to get more young people into the game. So shout out to Sarah as well. I apologize for not bringing her up earlier.
No, you're all
Anyway,
good.
man,
Yeah, she was a stud.
before I let you go, we are about 27 hours away from kickoff. Lions
Hmm.
Packers. We've been talking about this for a while. I threw it out the challenge, I think like a month ago. But what are we going to wager for this game? I have an idea in mind. I think if the Lions win, you send me some good merch and give away maybe a gift card to a follower. If the Packers win, I will buy some merch and then get a gift card to give away to a fan. How does that sound?
I like that. I like that with the exception of the next time that we're on the podcast talking to each other that you have to wear a Packers hat if the
All
Packers
right.
win,
All
and I'll
right.
wear a Lions hat.
All right. Sounds good. I love it. All right, man. Sean, I'll link your stuff in the description, man. Thank you so much for everything. I'm excited. I mean, that was one of the coolest things I've ever done, man. And I'm very excited and thankful that I got to be a part of it. A small part, and it wasn't about me, but just being able to access everything from inside the ropes was just so cool. And I can't wait for the next one. Thank you for coming on today, man. Really appreciate it as always.
Heck yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Marco. Have a good one. Go Pack, go.